so you can see how mixing warm and cold water creates movement.
So if you want to do a science experiment with me today, you will need some paper. Any paper will do. If you've got some card, that's great, but we need paper for this first experiment. You're going to need a ruler. We're going to do some measuring. We're going to do some calculations. Pencil, pen, whichever it is. You need to make a mark so that you can mark something that you measure with your ruler. And some sticky tape, because we're going to be sticking some things together. And some scissors. So go grab those things now. If you don't have them, that's scissors, tape, ruler, pen and pencil, and some paper. Hey, Lucas and Lily, so nice to have you in today. It's Friday. It's our last experiment for this week. We'll have more next week for you. Hey, Chardonnay, nice to hear from you. Okay, but today we're going to be talking about flying. Now, some of us, hey Riley, nice to see you in Auckland. Some of us, especially if we're in Auckland, aren't flying anywhere right now because we're in lockdown. And even if you aren't in Auckland, if you're in New Zealand, you're not flying very far because we're not really traveling overseas right now. So I figured, while we're not flying very far, today may be the day to build our flying superpowers and think about how things actually fly. Seth, Holly and Mia, Blockhouse Bay, so nice to have you back today. Okay, Max and Julia, I'm excited to make a hoop plane too. So, hi Naomi, before we make a hoop plane, I'm going to make a regular paper plane. Have you ever made a paper plane before? If you know how to make a paper plane, take one of your sheets of paper and make it now. If you don't, I'll show you. Hey Fred, I'll show you with my top-down camera. So I'm going to switch to my top-down. Alex, I can't wait for this experiment too. We're going to do 3 experiments in one today. So take a scrap of paper. If this is your only piece of paper, don't do this experiment. Save your piece of paper for the hoop plane. But if you want to do a normal paper plane with me, you can make one however you like. I'm going to make one like this. I'm going to fold it over in the middle lengthways. Rook and Matilda are back. Yay! It's so nice to see you again. I'm going to open it out and I'm going to fold down my top corner to the middle. Now there are lots of different ways to make paper planes and you might have your own way. But this is a simple way that I like to do. Peyton, hi, so nice to see you. So here we go, Alex and Thomas, nice to see you too. So you see I've got a pointy bit now. I'm going to fold it back over the way it was and I'm going to make a wing by taking one of the sides and folding it down. I'm going to flip it over. Oh, Pepper and Heidi, you're back again. It's so nice to see you. And folding this down, Alex and Zach are back too. Hi guys. Okay, and then I'm going to unfold those and look, this is a really simple plane. You can make them much more complicated if you know how. Hi Eva, but this is a simple one for you to take a look at. Okay, we're going to switch to my front facing camera and if you have your plane, take a look at it and you will see that it should have some wings. And most of the planes that you see outside will have wings, and wings are really important. Lots of things that fly have wings, actually. Beetles have wings, ladybugs have wings, birds have wings. What else do you know? Dragonflies? Can you think of any other things that have wings that fly? Ducks, swans, so many things. And aeroplanes. And the reason why they have wings is because wings can help things to fly. And the way that wings work in an aeroplane, see that the wing is curved shape. And what happens is that forces, when the plane goes forwards with its engines, the wind or the air to go at a different speed over the top versus the bottom. So what we can do is take a look at how that airflow travels sometimes if we put some smoke and a camera to see that faster flowing air creates lower pressure. Butterfly, Peyton, you are right. Butterflies have great wings. And so butterflies flap their wings to create lift, but planes don't flap their wings. Planes use the different speed of air to fly. May, you are already amazing. You don't have to do anything, just keep doing science. So do you think this is gonna fly? Shall we give it a go? Try your planes too. You probably have a better plane than me. This is a very simple plane. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it goes. Did you see that? It just landed on the floor. So That is the type of plane. Oh, Harper, I'm so glad you've been watching. Don't forget, we'll be back next week too. So, that was an okay plane. And planes have wings like birds and butterflies have wings. Hey, Peyton. But what about if things fly in a different way? Dragons totally fly. Yes, Juliet, good one. Dragons. What else is flying? Keep telling me the things that you know that fly. So the things that you've mentioned so far, hi Alex and Zach, have wings. And I think dragons flap their wings. Sugar glider, Alex, good one. And planes have static wings. But we can make things fly that don't have wings. And we're going to do that today. And so we're going to make two shapes. Hey Jess and Adie, nice to speak to you. Don't forget, take your piece of paper now that you had before. This is where we're going to do our measuring. A hoop plane is what we're going to make right at the end of this Chardonnay, so stay with us. Okay, top-down camera, get your ruler, get your piece of paper. I want helicopters fly, good one, and helicopters don't have wings, they have rotors. Rockets fly, and rockets have fins. Moths definitely fly. Well done, Freddie. Okay, here we go. We're going to measure, hi James, 3 centimeters. And we're going to draw our ruler so we have a strip that is the width of your paper and 3 centimeters. Oh, thanks, Janelle. I'm so glad you love moths. Moths are coming often. Okay, we're going to make a line now. I want you to do another 3 centimeter line like this. And we're going to make 2 lines. So you're going to have 2 widths that are 3 centimeters. And then we're going to cut those strips out. So, hey Adie, you're so cool too. I'm so glad you're watching today. I'm going to cut out my strips. Isla and Sophie, hi. It's so nice to have you along today on this beautiful Friday. So you're going to cut your strips out like this. A flying Pegasus and a flying unicorn, those definitely fly. They are very big things to fly. So you're going to have your 2 strips ready to go. Okay, now these are going to make a ring shape. So I want you to take one of them, I want you to fold it over, and I want you to tape it at the fold so it makes the shape of a ring. Jasmine, hi, it's nice to have you with us. Okay, we're going to make a ring shape, like so. So there's one ring. Can you see? It's a circular ring, and I've taped it together. A falcon! Very good, a falcon. Falcons definitely fly. So here is my ring. Do we think rings fly? What do you think about this shape? Do you think this is a flying shape or a sinking shape? What do you think? Well, I made another one here, and I'm going to try and make it fly. Griffins and blue jays definitely fly. So I'm going to make it fly by throwing it. Do you think it's going to fly very well as a ring? Do you think a ring is a good shape or a bad shape to fly? What do you think? Yes? No? Okay, hold on. Camera, what do you think? Camera thinks, no, it's not going to fly. Okay, well, shall we try an experiment and see? So I'm just going to stand back here, and I'm just going to throw it forwards and see if it flies. I'll stand out of the way so you can see it against the wall. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ah, that was not very good, was it? Kind of sank. I'm going to do something a little bit, it is a sinking shape, Peyton, well done. I'm going to try something a bit different. Instead of just throwing it, oh no, you all say no. Okay, try this one. I'm going to try and throw it, it's the same shape, but instead of throwing it straight, I'm going to try and throw it like a frisbee. Do you think if I throw it like a frisbee, it's going to fly better or worse? Do you think it'll fly if I throw it like a frisbee? Who thinks yes? If you think yes, nod your heads or tell me yes. Flying pig! Flying pigs probably do fly, yes. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to fly if I throw it like a frisbee? Shall we give it a go? Who thinks it's going to fly? Cameraman, do you think it's going to fly? Nod if you think a yes. Shake if you think a no. Cameraman thinks no. What do you think? Shall we try it? Shall we try an experiment? Okay, here we go. I'm going to try and throw it this way instead of just throwing it up. Peyton says yes. All right, here we go. Fly. 3, no. 3, 2, 1. Yes, from Jax. Oh, it flew way better, but not amazing. Not amazing by itself. Now, the way I can make it fly a little bit better is to make it out of something a little bit heavier. So this is the same ring shape, but I made it out of card instead of out of paper. So it's less flimsy and it can fly better. And this is a really easy way to make your own game. You can take an empty kitchen roll tube, if you've got one, stick it to your table or your bench, and actually make a game where you can challenge yourself using this. I think it will fly better too. So now I've got a ring made out of card. Do you think I'm going to hoop it over? Got to be a very good aim to do this. It's probably a no, but I'm going to give it a go. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. But there's a game you can make by yourself. However, that's not what we're doing today. We are making a hoop glider. So you have your one ring shape, remember? Now I want you to make a second ring shape. So remember that other strip that we had? I want you to cut that other strip to 3/4. If you've done your fractions already, then you'll know that 3/4 is about this much. If you haven't done your fractions, then half is in the middle and then go halfway between that half, and that's going to give you a 3/4 line. It doesn't have to be exact, just about. So work on your fractions. That's your maths for today. So you want to make it 3/4 as long as it was. So remember, if you don't know how to do your fractions, find the middle point and then find the middle of that point, and that's your 3/4 length. You're going to now turn this into a hoop and tape it together. Thanks, Peyton. It was a good try. It was a terrible throw, though. I'm a not very good shot, but I do like that game. So here is my, hi, says Hilary Blackstock. I can fly. You can fly. I can't fly. I've been working on my flying super skills, though. Has anybody seen my flying machine that I've made out of a leaf blower? Have you seen that? If I've come to your school before, you may have seen my flying machine, and that's how I fly. I can't fly with my arms, though. Okay, so when you've taped those together, thank you, you should have a little hoop and a big hoop. One of them fits inside each other like this. So now we have 2 hoops. Now we know that on their own, they don't fly very well. So we're going to need to build them a body. To build them a body, I'm going to make a straw out of paper. So let's go back to my top-down camera. I want you to take something round like a pencil or a pen, and I want you to take your sheet of paper and wrap it around, because you're going to make a little straw. So wrap it around until it goes around maybe once. When you know where that is going to be, trim the paper, and you're going to make a straw out of your paper. So I'm going to need not very much, this much. I'm going to wrap my pencil around. Now don't wrap it so tight that you can't get the pencil out, but wrap it around, and then you're going to tape it so that you make a straw shape. So I'll tape it at the beginning over here. Here's some tape. And then I'll make sure the end is taped. Now, if you have a plastic straw at home, a disposable one, you can use this. We tend not to use plastic straws at Nanogirl because they're not very good for the environment, and we don't like wasting plastics. But if you do have a plastic straw, you can always use it for this experiment and then give it a wash and then use it as a straw later on. Because I know making straws like this can be hard if you only have little hands and little fingers. So you might get your grown-up to help you, but you should be able to see that by wrapping around the pencil and then taping it closed, I'm making a straw shape. I'll go a little bit further up here. And this is a really easy way to make a straw. Now, this is not going to be a very good straw to drink out of, but it's a very good straw to make a hoop plane out of. And we're going to use this straw to give us some stability. All right, how's your straw making going? I've got one more bit of tape to put on the end, and then mine is good. Is yours good? Don't forget to show me your videos. Lots of you sent me your videos yesterday of your static spinner, and it's always so lovely to see what's going on and what your experiments are like. So thank you to everybody who's been sending me your videos. It's always fun to hear what you are up to. Okay, so here is my paper straw. If I made a bird out of paper, the front would probably fall off. You are right. Okay, so I have a paper straw. It is Conservation Week. Well done, May, which is why we are making this out of paper, not out of plastic. And this is scrap paper that I had lying around, so this is good. As you can see, I've just got all my leftover paper from some of the craft supplies I've been doing. So now you have a straw. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to hold it up here so you can see. I want you to tape your little small ring to the front of your straw. So it's going to sit right there. So I'm going to tape that on to the front. Okay, so there we go, taped onto the front. Now I want you to take the bigger ring and we're going to tape it to the back, but not anywhere on the back. We're going to make sure that it lines up. So I want you to tape it to the back so that you can see one hoop through the other one. So try and line them up so that they're in the same place just further down. So it might be easier if you line it up first and then move it backwards and then tape it on there. Okay, so I'm going to tape the big ring on. Making sure it all lines up. Here we go. All right, there we have it. So, for those of you asking what a hoop plane looks like, it looks like this. Do you think this will fly? What do you think? Remember, our rings on their own didn't fly very well, but they flew better when you threw them like a frisbee, because spinning things are more stable. But this looks like an odd plane, doesn't it? Because, well, it doesn't have wings as you know them. Instead, it has rings or hoops. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to fly? Well, there's only one way to find out. You reckon it's going to fly, James? All right. Shall we give it a go? Yes. All right. Shall we give it a test? I'm going to give it a test. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! It's gone to the other side of the room. I don't know. Can you throw that back? Can we have it back? Hold on. Peyton, you were right. It will fly. I'm going to see if it flies back to me. Whoop. Nope. It just landed down. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to pick it up off the floor over here. You can see that that flew really, really well. And the reason why this flies, well done, Riley, you're right, it did fly. Kenneth, well done, it did fly. The reason why it flies is Lucas and Lily, you said yes, amazing. It's because of the curvature we created there. Alex Swans flies too, that's so awesome. Don't forget to make these at home because they're a really fun way to make a paper plane. Joy, yes, in a way that doesn't have wings in the traditional way that your dragons. Oh, Mila, I'm so glad yours flew too. Or flying pigs even fly. There's no flappy wings here. There's no big aeroplane wings. Instead, the curvature over these rings here helps the air to flow in a different way. Wow, yours flew like an eagle. That's so cool. So this is a really fun way. Well done, Mia. I'm so glad yours went. And Holly, well done. So that's how you make a plane, and we call it a hoop plane, that doesn't have wings in the way that a traditional aeroplane might, but it can still fly. And it can fly way better than just one ring by itself, which flies terribly, because we added a bit more weight, a bit more structure, and we aligned them up so that the air can flow through. I'll throw it one more time, and then we'll see where it goes. Ready? 3, 2. Emma, I'm so glad yours flew too. Whee! Oh. So hours of fun making this. You can make them different shapes, different colors. I like to color mine in so that I've got a captain at the front. and off it goes. They fly really well. That's how you make a hoop plane. And also, if you want to, that's how you make a ring game. Don't forget, you can take your kitchen roll, make some rings out of card, and see if you can get them to fly over the top. And that's your Friday. That's how it works. That is part of our superpower building. For those of you who are part of our Nanogirls Labs Superhero Academy, then that's the superpower of flight. You guys already may know that if you've graduated our flight class. And so don't forget, check us out on Nanogirls Lab. There are so many experiments to do. Hopefully that will keep you busy all weekend. And we will be back on Monday with a brand new experiment. We're going to be making a windmill. So check the ingredients list that will come up on social very, very soon. And I will see you all after a very busy weekend on Monday. Happy Friday. Bye.